doing this great Lord's Day. And as we take this opportunity to get a message out to you, because I know it's been 3 weeks since we've been able to meet, and that time apart can draw on us. And I want to get a message out to you, let you know that one, we're thinking of you and your families and praying for you, and asking you to take this opportunity to spend some time with your families and get to know them a little bit better. And also want to take the opportunity to get us together as a congregation, at least give us some thoughts and share some thoughts with you. For those of you that aren't members of Bridgeport Church of Christ, I'm Leif Hutchison. I'm one of the elders at Bridgeport, and welcome to our YouTube channel. And hopefully you'll be back to visit us regularly as we get content out there. And if you're ever in our area, please come and visit us. Personally, we'd love to have you. I do want to send a special thank you out to Robbie and Mike and Nichols for organizing the kids Bible study this morning, and Robbie for putting together a adult Bible class this afternoon. It's very much appreciated. Anything we can do to get together as a congregation, we appreciate that and their efforts to put that on. Also, continue to keep in your prayers everybody that's infected by and impacted by the COVID-19 thing, whether it's be directly with the virus or battling illness, or if just the impacts to the work and jobs, to keep them in your prayers. Also ask you to pray to just keep Lauren in your prayers as well. She's traveling back to DC. She'll be working out of there the next couple of weeks. She was able to work from home the last 2 weeks, and we appreciate that. And just send you a great hello from Hutchison family. We do have Cordell and Michaela are home with us from college, and Emily, Cordell's girlfriend, is in with us as well, and we appreciate them. But I do want to take the opportunity to just give you some thoughts and ideas, and take a minute to remind you just how wonderful a God that we serve and how powerful. As many of you know, I spent 2 of the last 3 weeks. I was in Hawaii for most likely my last reserve trip with the Army. And when most people think of Hawaii, they think of the beaches and fun and sun. I was working while I was there, so, though some people may not believe that as well. But again, as we normally think of Hawaii, we think of fun in the sun, and we think about getting out and seeing those things. And we think about beaches, and I'm not much of a beach guy, but I did get to see some of the beach a little bit on one of the days we had off there. I was able to even see a seal that came up on the beach with us, and that was pretty neat to get to see some of that nature. And as I travel around and I see different parts of the world and different parts of the country, I'm always reminded of Romans chapter 1, and just the ability to see God and everything that He has created. And it's just truly amazing to understand, whether it's the Grand Canyon, the Grand Tetons, Yellowstone, Blackwater Falls, in many areas, just the oceans in Florida. Anything you see, every time you look around, you just understand the power of God. And what I want to do is just share some of my thoughts and some of the things I've seen in my trip to Hawaii that help remind me of that, and just to root us in understanding of it. We look at His wonders. First one, this is a picture of Hanama Bay, just outside of Honolulu. And I had the opportunity this time. I had some friends of ours who was able to take me snorkeling. I'd never been snorkeling before. I'm not much of a water person or much of a swimmer, so that was a interesting opportunity to get to do that and to experience that. But it was just truly amazing to be able to see the sea life and the coral and the things that are there in Hanama Bay. And I was hoping to have some of the pictures and video from that, but I wasn't able to get those in time for this presentation. But it was just truly amazing to see the sea life there's the schools of fish, and you watch them as they navigate through the waters, to the eels, to the different types of coral. It's just truly amazing, and be able to understand the power of God, and to watch the intricacy of the smallest details, and to be able to see that under the water was truly an amazing experience. And was also being able to see just the coastline, and just the awesomeness of the ocean, and the beauty of the ruggedness of this is the scenic coastline. Some of the Hawaiian names I'm not too good at pronouncing, so I won't attempt that, but we see some of this all on the island of Oahu, and just the coastline is truly beautiful. And just see the ruggedness, the power and the might of God, and just the might of the ocean is truly inspirational. And one of the things that surprises me about Oahu is just in a small island, such a diversity. This picture is a picture of prickly pear cactus, which I lived several years in Arizona and remember cactus, but to be able to see prickly pear cactus, then I drive 5 miles and you're in a rainforest area, and to see that diversity is just truly awesome and truly awe-inspiring. And there's several waterfalls as you get up into the different mountains in Hawaii, and it's just really, really neat experience, and just a good a testament to God and His. It's like Psalm 77 as it comes up on the screen there. Just the deeds of the Lord as we go take into context of Romans chapter 1, and we see the wonder that's out there and see the things He created. We can sit there and sit in awe and ponder His work and meditate on His mighty deeds, and just understand, the God who works wonders has made your might right among His peoples in verse 14 there, and just understand that's where our faith lies. That's where our trust lies. We can see that in the great diversity and just the awe-inspiring power of the nation of the nature that He has created for. And if we think about that, we pull in a little bit closer with Christ, and we understand that in the beginning Christ was with God, and He was part of the creation, and He helped put everything in place, set it in motion, hang the stars in the sky as all the creatures were created and populated the earth. Christ was there among them, and He is the light of our lives and light that we draw to, and we put our faith and trust in. And it's important that we keep that in mind as we understand, in First Peter 1 that's coming up here, that we understand that the power of God and His creation. We can see that, and we see that through the things, just the little example we looked at from my recent trip to Hawaii and the things that I saw there, and how it impacted me. And we understand that Christ was there and He was part of that creation. And then we come back, so we take that power and we have that great hope in the mercy that He has given us. That hope that we have in the resurrection of Christ. And if you look, as verse 8 comes up here, though we have not seen Him, we love Him. Though we do not yet no, now do we not now see Him, you believe in Him and rejoice with joy that is inexpressible and filled with glory. And it's that joy and that faith that we want to keep our minds on, because it's a troubling times that we're in. Whether that's just the being alone that impacts us, or if we are afraid of the things that are around us, to take a step back and understand that the power of God in His creation that we can see, we understand it. We can look out our windows and look at the trees and look at the animals in our backyard as a deer walk through, and understand that God is there, and understand that He is powerful, and understand that power, we have availability of that power through Christ and the hope that He gives us. And let that bring, because as I encourage you, as we spend this time with your families, enjoy that time with your families, get to know them. A lot of times we're really busy in our lives, and it's often we end up not spending the time with the families we could, because we're all running different directions in this time we have to come home. Please take the opportunity for that. Also, reach out to your church family. There's a lot of times that we've been apart. Again, this is the third week we haven't been together, and Lord willing, within a couple of weeks we'll be able to be back together again. But that's to be determined a little bit as we move forward and see how things progress. But even if it's just making a phone call to the people who are in the pews next to you just to see how they're doing, or sending a text message, sending a Facebook message. We have multiple avenues and multiple ways we can get out to people, and take that opportunity to reach out to your church family. And again, appreciate Robbie and Micah's efforts to get the kids together this morning and Bible study, and Robbie to get an adult study to go tonight. As those things ramp up, and Mark's feeling back up to snuff, and able to get back in and get in the middle of those, we anticipate those helping us out a lot. And the key thing too is also just to let others see the hope that we have. This is a troubling times. There's a lot of people out there that are worried about the future, worried about things that come. And we trust back in the power of God and the hope that we have in Christ, and understanding what He has done for us. Let people see that hope that we have, and be that example unto them. And with those thoughts, I turn the lesson over to you, and I appreciate your time to turn the lesson to me, talk for a little bit, and share some thoughts with you that I have. And we love you all, and we'll continue to pray for you and your families, and pray that we'll be back together again, be able to get back together and physically here shortly, and continue to worship the Lord together and serve Him together. I love you all, and God bless you.